Let's go. It's your back, they keep passing. It they bring out the best thing. I they feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I they feel you die.
What's happening, people? It's Joel Awesome. Welcome to another episode of Awesome Entertainment. We're going to check out this quick interview. It's a short interview with Kevin Feige talking about X-Men, Doomsday, and Nova. All right, so hopefully there's not too many spoilers. If there are, I'm cutting this shit off.
Thank you. That was pretty here. Let's make sure you're in the front.
But this is the Hall H Comic-Con.
Yeah, we got two going.
Black Panther coming up.
Epic Hall H.
Were you in there or not?
I was
Ghost Rider.
I'm a little sweaty right now. It's because I hauled this all over here.
You do it.
Let's get you in there.
Do it.
Feige thinking, hurry the fuck up. I got shit to do.
How did you pick the footage that you just showed in Hall H and kind of, can you give any context? Like, how much of the movie have we seen so far between the trailer and that scene?
For Doomsday? Very little. You've seen very little. You've seen some cool moments. I mean, it was really that first piece that we released was about sort of introducing the amount of players in it, introducing a bit of the tone and a bit of the stakes and the amount of players in it. The piece that we showed in Hall H, just for Hall H for now, was about Doom, was to really showcase Doom and showcase that the tension between Reed and Doom, which is what is my favorite thing in that piece, one of my favorite things in the movie.
It's so good. I think when we...
Hey, tension between Reed. Let's talk about Namor. Okay, is Namor gonna try to push up on Susan Storm like he's supposed to? That's when real beef gonna be. Hey, fuck the universe. You ain't pushing up on my wife. That's who Mr. Fantastic really need his beef with. But I ain't watching the trailers. Like I said, I'm going in that show. I have no clue what's happening. I ain't see. The thing is, you can know a little bit, but seeing it and hearing it are two different things. There's been times when I've seen a TV show where they're like, oh, so-and-so died. And I'm like, what? And then I watch it and it's way different than what you think. So hearing it doesn't ruin it too much sometimes. But, you know, I try going raw dog, man. You know what I mean?
I think it was like 6 years ago, I was here asking you in this room about how long will it be until we see the X-Men in the MCU. And at the time, I think a lot of us thought it would first be new X-Men. Now you're doing wish fulfillment of bringing back these actors a lot of us grew up with and have been attached to for years for a Collision Course and Doomsday. When did the idea and possibility of bringing them together come into place? And, you know, what is...
Look. And I'm going to say this about the old X-Men coming back. We love the old X-Men coming back. And when they do sequel, this is the issue. This is what we need. This is what we need to see out of these movies. This is what we need out of the X-Men. I feel like you're going to have to introduce some of the new X-Men in Secret Wars. Maybe a little bit Doomsday. But Doomsday, you can get the Fantastic Four in there. You can get the Avengers, the old X-Men. You could do a little bit of something with that, you know, Namor and all that. But when we hit Secret Wars, we need to multiply that by by 3. You know what I mean? We need variants upon variants upon variants, just throwing down, going crazy. I feel like that's the only way to make Secret Wars. Secret Wars. It's just once it always sounds like a great idea, but whenever you watch the Spider-Man animated, you know, X-Men and even the shorts, sometimes even the comic books, you get excited for Secret Wars and then you get started into it and it falls flat. And you're like, damn, I'd rather watch street level Spider-Man than Secret Wars. Watch Spider-Man the animated series, the old one from the 90s. That show is fire, and the worst episodes are Secret Wars. So I really have low expectations. But if you want to do Secret Wars, I go 3 hours of just straight fighting, all kinds of variants, so many variants we can't even remember them all. That's what I would do, you know, because Secret Wars I have no hope in. But Doomsday, bringing the old X-Men is cool, but you're gonna have to bring in the new ones. We're going to have to see variants, so we're going to have to see the new ones. That's how I feel, man.
What does that mean for the story of seeing these Avengers characters, these X-Men?
We were working on both at the same time, and that knowing we wanted to do an Avengers movie and a Secret Wars film and a Doomsday film, that for the first time we had access to all the characters. As fans know, there are Fantastic Four characters and X-Men characters in the Civil War comic story. And
Yes.
of course, in the Secret Wars and the Time Runs Out comic story and the Age of Ultron story and the Avengers. We were never able to do it. Finally, we had them. So we said we have to do an Avengers movie for the first time where the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and everybody come together.
I fucks with it.
And
Great idea.
that is what, and knowing what the Time Runs Out story that Hickman did that leads into Secret Wars is literally about worlds colliding. So we said, let's have these worlds that people have known.
I don't want to. I was about to tell y'all what happens in that comic book because, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody who ain't seen it. But I don't know if we're going to get what everything I want. Maybe in Secret Wars. Secret Wars, they could do this. I have a great idea. Marvel, there's still time to do it, actually. There's still time to do it because I think they're still shooting Secret Wars. You killed Queen Ramonda in Black Panther 2. Why, I have no fucking clue. But you killed her in Black Panther 2. Angela Bassett has the presence, the voice, and everything to be Storm. But she's a little bit older, so she can't really, it's like, you're not going to set her up to be Storm for the next 10, 20 years. You're going to hire an actress that's like in her 20s or whatever. Secret Wars, your opportunity to cast her as Storm just for a speech. I just want to see her fly out of the sky and get a speech as Storm. She could do it in Secret Wars. It will make sense because she's just a variant. Oh, she looked like Queen Ramonda because she African and they Wakandan, and yeah, we could do all that. You know what I'm saying? I think, man, it's just a great idea. It probably ain't gonna happen. I'm wishful thinking, but man, y'all gotta hire me, man. I'll get it done.
In the case of that X-Men roster for 25 years and have them crash together.
Two last things for you. The first one is there's been conversation.
I bet Halle Berry gonna be in it though.
Build to Doom.
They trying to keep it secret.
What makes you confident that when we see Doomsday, you're going to say, look, we this is all we needed to give you this story and go on to Secret, but in Doomsday itself?
I'm never confident about anything. I just work hard to try to deliver. But I will say, I do think, I was just saying to somebody else, that the Thanos buildup has built up in people's heads over the years.
I have to admit
he sat on a chair at the end. He pulled the gauntlet out and said, "I'll do it myself." Yep. And he yelled at Ronan on a video screen briefly, and that was kind of it. And I remember the memes making fun of Thanos for just sitting in a chair, and all he does is sit on a chair. And there was a Twitter feed at the time about him updating every day, updating. I'm still sitting in my chair. I'm still sitting. He was more clever than that, but it was funny. And when we
that nigga Kevin Feige be on social media, man.
Introduction of Thanos to people. That's really what we're
doing. You see what y'all talking shit.
That's what we're doing with Doom. That is the Doomsday is a introduction and the story of Doom.
I agree with what he's saying a little bit. Okay, saying the whole idea that you have to build up you do not need to build up the villain before you introduce the villain. And I will say this about Kang: you didn't do a good job with Kang. You were trying to do it with Kang, but he kept getting his ass kicked by Ant-Man.
Please be advised, library is now under closing procedures. Doors will be locked in 10 minutes. All students gathering belongings ahead.
Get y'all shit and get out.
Staff will be clearing the floor shortly. Gathering belongings ahead towards the exit. The service desk is now closed.
So I will say, they had Kang getting his ass whooped, losing to Ant-Man. It wasn't even a good build up then. If you want to build them up, have them keep stomping out people all the way up, which you really don't have to do that. They're gonna do the same thing with if you gotta set the bar. All right, we gotta understand how powerful the villain is. You gotta make it seem hopeless. So what do? You have Thanos to start the movie, whoop the shit out of Hulk, because nobody can beat Hulk. So now he put these hands on Hulk, whoop the shit out of Thor, kill Loki, you know what I'm saying, destroy the Asgardians. And so now you're like, damn, what are they going to do against this guy? And then you start giving him the Infinity Gauntlet gems, or the, what are they called? The stones. And then now you built up this guy. You didn't need 8 movies to build him. We understand, like, oh shit, he's an issue. You know what I mean? My prediction for Doomsday, I hope I'm not spoiling it, because I might be right. I might be wrong. They're gonna kill off Sentry. Who's he got all the power. He's stronger than all the Avengers put together. They're gonna kill his ass. with Doom. They're gonna kill maybe Captain Marvel because she's one of the strongest. They're gonna definitely kill the Super Skrull Gaia. She got all the powers of the Avengers. They're gonna kill her off, and they're gonna use those characters, and maybe even the Hulk. Like, they're gonna use the strong characters to show how powerful Doom is. Which I really hope they don't. I hope I'm wrong, because I don't want to see. We didn't get enough Sentry action of him being Sentry and like kicking ass and doing shit like that. Like, seeing his power set. We saw his power set for like a 4-minute action scene, and then he turned into the Void, and then it was that. But you know what Doom gonna kill his ass, kill her, and kill somebody else, maybe the Silver Surfer or somebody super strong that we know is super strong. And yeah, that's how they're gonna set the bar and let you know, like, Doom ain't not to be fucked with. That's how they gonna set the bar.
You peel the onion, you learn things about him as you go, and it is very much meant for audiences that know and love him from the comics, and audiences who have no clue who he is.
You gonna learn today.
Oh, man, I cannot wait to see this. My last question for you. Everything you just gave us in Hall H was incredible. I don't know if you know this. There's a kind of a meme that goes around on Twitter where you say it's never enough for Brandon, because I asked you about something else at Spider-Man. So I do have one question for you about a character I love.
Is it Nova?
You knew that. You
It's
knew
Nova.
What's the latest? I saw that now it might be a movie instead of a TV show that's being developed.
I don't know Angela, what have we officially said about Nova? Anything?
Not a damn thing.
But it's a movie.
Okay. I
Okay.
can't see it, but
Look, he just gave you a scoop, Brandon Davis. So, that sounds like a football. Ain't that a football player? Anyway, that's a good scoop. Good. Nova needs to be a movie. I think your main characters, there are certain characters I think just gotta be movies. Spider-Man, Iron Man, you know what I mean? Like, Silver Surfer, I feel like he needs to be a movie. Punisher, he's street level. You could do TV shows with street level guys, because they have weaker power sets, so you don't need as much graphics and CGI and effects. But someone like the bigger name heroes need to be movies. I think Nova, Silver Surfer, Ghost Rider, those all need to be movies. Really, what you do for shows is like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I like that show. You should have did a 10 Ring show with the sister. You could have did even a Hydra show. Hydra. See what the fuck they doing. Do what's that lady name? Misty Knight. I think that was a Misty Knight. Like, you could have used the smaller street level characters for the TV shows and the Disney Plus stuff. If you want to use a big net, I would either just put a big old fight in a special presentation, or I'm doing movies with the main guys. Either way, cool that Nova's getting a movie. Great answers. Tell me what y'all think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out.
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now